Hey guys, it's me Yongik and welcome to another episode of Weekly Market Updates with Alpha Investor. So this week we're going to update on 13 August 2018 to 17 August 2018. So without further ado, let's head on to it. So first stop, as usual, we'll be going to the Dow Jones Average, the ticker symbol DJI. So you can see that the past 5 days we actually opened down lower, right? As we see there, we actually rejected the Dow Jones. This is actually the resistance line, but actually it broke up, become the support line. So we rejected the support line. We actually we broke out from this support line. We rejected this resistance line here, and then at the end of the week, we are actually testing this resistance line again. So what moved the market? Well, basically two of the biggest company in America actually beat their earnings by a huge way, and the stock swing upwards. So that's why you see the upward swing. And also on Friday, China announced that they're actually going to resume trade talks with US, and also Trump is looking at 6 months earnings report instead of companies reporting at 3 months time. Hence the market shot upwards. So it is actually a key point down here, as you see that you're actually testing it again. Like I said, if on Monday or Tuesday you break higher, most likely will go up all the way to test this resistance line here. So now, like I mentioned, they actually tested once, tested twice, tested 3 times, and this is the 4th time. So if it does reject again, most likely it will come back down to this level and you can start doing some shopping again. Now next we'll be looking at SPY, S&P 500. So we can see there's actually an upwards channel all the way up. We're actually going to test the all-time high of SPX again. We rejected the previous time, and we're looking to break past it again. Notice that this support line here, it wasn't really drawing. You can try and imagine an imaginary support line here. It actually bounced back off of this line, and we are moving higher, and we can see that this resistance line, this support line, is upwards channel, suggesting higher highs and higher lows, suggesting that the market is actually going up. It's actually a positive movement, and it's not like this, the parabolic movement that's up down. So it's actually quite a good swing upwards. Now, like I said, this is the imaginary support line. We bounced past it, and we're looking to go higher, because we're right now at the middle range, and then this resistance lines, actually this support line is actually looking quite good. The bulls are stepping in to hold it up. Alright, so next we'll be looking at the triple Qs, the QQQs. So we noticed that QQQs last week did not actually perform as well as the market performed, because those that actually make the market went up were Cisco and Walmart, whereas for tech-wise, only Apple is leading. Google, Amazon, Facebook are all heading for lower territory. So we notice that it's actually hitting its support line, is actually rejecting the support line, looking for a rebound backwards. So if we do see a rebound backwards, then it will likely be in the S&P 500 will likely move out and break past this resistance line. The same thing goes for the Dow Jones Average to actually break past this resistance line, hit for the higher highs, which is challenging this high that actually was in early February. So now, looking at QQQ, we also notice that there's an imaginary support line here. You don't have to go so far back and look at here. This is a resistance line, and actually broke past resistance line. It actually becomes a support line here. So when it breaks down, it actually goes down lower, supported by here again, and again we're rejecting. So it's a very, very strong support line. I do highly think that this market is going to head upwards. The bulls are stepping in to buy up all the Facebook or any other tech stocks that actually went down earlier this week. Now for this week's earnings movements, we have first and foremost YY on Monday. You can see a downwards channel, and yes, true enough, it did go down even lower. I do highly think that it's almost at its bottom, because we see there's a support, it's a range of support over here, and it's actually hitting its downward channel support line. I do think that it's going to head for higher highs, but I do not think it will break out anytime soon. So probably a rebound and hit around here, this mark, which is in conjunction with this resistance, if it does but rebound back higher. So probably around the $85 range would be likely will be possible. Now next we look at Home Depot. Home Depot has been actually looking very solid the past 1 year. You can see there's actually upwards channel following this support line very well. We do see a huge pump and dump, but that's because that's the late the late 2017 actually went up very high, and then it actually come back all the way down, supported, and actually this support line became a resistance line and reject. Now it's hitting for the support line and reject this support line. So I do believe that Home Depot is going to go up a little higher, but do take note, if it does goes down, probably it will actually be support here. If not, this is the breakout, then you actually cut loss and sell, because you can see that in the short term wise, we got what we call lower highs, right, and lower lows. So if it does go beyond this mark here, right, if it does break down beyond here, then it will most likely be lower lows, because this is a head and shoulder. Alright, can you see the pattern? Head and the shoulders are here. So if it does break past beyond this point, so thankfully rejected. If not, otherwise you'll be going for lower territories. Alright, next we have Baozun. So Baozun is actually supported at this resistance line here. So you can see this resistance line we rejected around 3 times, and then when you break past, actually hanging around, the stock price is hanging around here. So it's supported now at this support line. I'm not too sure whether I call it support or resistance, because it's now support by break past down, and now it's called a resistance. So do stay tuned, do keep an eye on it to see whether the movement is upwards or downwards. If the movement is upwards, then we can say it's most likely a support line. But if it's actually going downwards, then it's a resistance line. If you're holding on to position, then just cut loss, and then, or you just take your profits and leave the market. Alright, next we look at Canopy Growth. We can see that they actually have a strong upwards line. Canopy Growth is actually cannabis, so we can see that they actually didn't, if I'm not wrong, they beat earnings, and then when they beat earnings, Constellation Brand, which is a huge beer company, actually bought a 6.5 billion investment. They actually bought 4 billion at first day, and then second day we actually invested another 2.5 billion dollars. So having that said, it actually make the stock soar higher. I do actually see a resistance at this point of $36. If you're actually following the market after hours market movement, you can see that on that day itself, where Constellation Brand actually announced a $4 billion investment, it shot to $40. But the market, the bear brings it all the way down and open at around this value here, which is $32.50 around there. So the market shorted it all the way, and then the bull stepped in again. The next day, Constellation Brand bought another 2.5 billion inside. Alright, so now next we look at Macy's. For Macy's, strong upwards channel is hitting higher, and you see it actually respected this resistance line a lot, respect this support line a lot, and when they missed their earnings, actually went all the way down to a support line here. So I do expect a very good buying opportunity. If you do buy, actually you should stop your stop loss around here, because this is actually 1R risk, and you're actually gaining like 2 R's over here. So it's actually quite good. The risk to reward ratio is actually quite attractive. So if you're looking for entry, this is the right stock to go. Now next, looking at Cisco, we can see that Cisco actually have a strong beat in earning. It shot all the way up, but then you notice that this is the resistance line, this is the support line. It's trading around this channel for the past since 2018 itself. So I do expect maybe a certain little rebound, rejecting the resistance and going all the way down back to support. But because of their strong earnings, I'm not too sure if it will actually move this way. So do stay tuned, take a look at it on Monday opening, whether it's higher or lower. If it's higher, the market, this may actually turn out to be a new support line for Cisco. If it's lower, then my theory is right, you reject the resistance line, hit for probably around this range, the $44 range, before going back down to a $41 range. Now next we have JD.com, the next Amazon of China, supposedly because there's also Alibaba. So you notice that JD.com actually has respected this support line a lot, but suddenly it just broke down all the way down even lower. This is the resistance line. It did actually went down. I'm not looking to enter the stock anytime soon because there is no bullish signal for me to enter. Look out for a bullish candlestick, a bullish reversal before entering the stock. Now next we have Walmart. Walmart smashed earnings because they actually posted 40% of their sales revenue from online. So it looks like, you know, they're going up against Amazon again. They're trying to head up with the internet giant Amazon, and if it's this 40% do look like huge growth for Walmart. But we do notice that it's actually huge short sellers here. I'm not too sure where it go down lower. If it does go down lower, the most likely support line would be at this price. If not, if it still breaks down below, then this will be a forced breakout. But I highly think that it will not break down lower because of their earnings report was quite strong. Now next we have Nvidia. I'm sorry, I think, yeah, we have Nvidia here. So we see a huge upwards channel. You actually respect this support line a lot, and then it actually just broke down all the way down. So I'm not too sure, you know, whether they will go down low or not. But if you really respect this support line so much, it will probably hit for higher highs. Alright, so next we have Applied Material. As usual, after earnings always drops. See, this time around it dropped. If I'm not wrong, it was around here. It dropped also all the way down. So it kept dropping after earnings, and I do see a support line over here. It rejected support line, but if it does break out, the next support line would be around the $41 mark. So do take a look for it. So next we have earnings next week. Earnings next week, we are looking out for some companies such as Estée Lauder, Nordson, Urban Outfitters, etc., etc. All these you can take a look at it. You can just pause the video and take a look at it. These are some trades that we will potentially be going in. I'm proud to say, I'm happy to say that in the last week's trade we actually made quite a handful. Do actually go to our our Instagram page to look at all our results. They're all posted over there. So if you haven't followed us yet, follow us at alphainvestor.edu at alphainvestor.edu. I'm sorry. And then for our website will be alphainvestor.edu.teachable.com/courses. So if you're already a member, do actually, you know, watch this video. If you're not a member, well, you can actually always go for the free membership lifetime. There's no expiry. You can watch all the videos there, learn for free. Don't have to pay a single cent. We don't want you to pay. There's no option for you to pay money even. So yeah, do stay tuned. If you find value, you know, just share with your friends. Alright, so I'm done with this video. Hope you guys actually had a good week, and I wish you guys happy trading for the next week. So see you guys.